Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today, and actually the last several weeks, we have been working on organizing our shop. Now, unfortunately, this process is long and difficult because, well, I have a lot of stuff. I figured I'd kind of give you guys an update on where we are today. So in this video, we're going to walk through the shop. Now, before we get into the shop though, this project has been going on for about 2 or 3 weeks now. And I do have some earlier footage that I'm going to show you guys right now, just to kind of show you how this whole process started. And once we're done with that, I'll bring you right back here and I'll show you where we're at. Man, oh man, trying to set up this shop is turning into quite the job. So as it turns out, I have way too much crap and we're going to have to get rid of some of it. We're going to end up using this trailer here as temporary storage. Right now, all of Jen's crafts are in here. So we've got to get the trailer moved over by the outdoor kitchen because we're going to be storing all this stuff in the kitchen. And then once I've got it emptied, I'm going to pull this over by the swing set, which is way over there. And that's where we'll be. It'll stay for the rest of winter while we clean out the storage building and build out our shop. So it'll give me some extra storage that I can put stuff in and move stuff out, and it's gonna give me the storage I need, the extra space I need under cover. So we're gonna go grab Dory and hook it up and get it pulled out. After a little bit of finagling, got everything moved to where it's supposed to be. Now the reason we have the trailer here again is because in order for me to get that building all together and set up and ready to go, I've got to get into that building. Man, my voice is so all over the place. I'm really sorry about that, by the way. I guess my voice is going to be pretty jacked up for a while, but all right. So anyway, so we've got to get into this building because a lot of the stuff that's in this building has to go into the shop. Well, I need a place to work and I need a place to store stuff while I'm moving stuff back and forth. That's what this trailer is going to be doing here. It's going to give me some extra storage space so that I can move stuff back and forth, go through the stuff that we have, get rid of the stuff that we don't need, because we do have quite a bit of it. And yeah, so I am pretty stoked that we've got everything in place so we can actually start getting some real work done in the shop. We did get a little bit of snow a few days ago, just enough to kind of cover up everything. I think overall it was probably about 2 inches. Now with that kind of snow and with our ground being soft at the time, we decided to forego trying to plow it. It just doesn't make any sense with that much snow. What we did do is we did carve out, with our shovels, a couple of little walking paths. For the most part, it's all frozen up now. It's going to create a nice base layer so that when we do get some bigger snow and I go to plow, it should be relatively easy. Hello, girls. Hey, Rex. Hey, Louise. Looks like everybody might be in the coop because it's kind of chilly out this morning. So I am feeling better. I'm actually feeling a lot better. Yesterday, we moved the trailer over here in front of our storage building. Ugh. That was a little frozen. We're going to start cleaning out this building, which has a lot of our storage stuff in it. And what we're doing is we're going through it to figure out what we want to keep and what we don't want to keep. Because we brought a ton of stuff with us in 21 when we came up here. And in a lot of cases, a lot of this stuff, we haven't used it, we're not going to use it, we bought it in there. I mean, there's 1,000,001 reasons why we don't want it. And so we're going to be trying to get rid of a lot of this stuff, either on, Marketplace or other means that we can try to sell it and just get rid of it. Some of the stuff we're going to keep. Well, I mean, a lot of the stuff we'll keep. And that's the stuff that's going to get mainly moved over into the shop. I've got to set up a table in the trailer here. And then we're going to go ahead and get some of the stuff out of the shop that we know we're going to get rid of, get that moved over here, and then we're going to get into this building and see what we've got that we can move out of there. So here's something funny that just happened. I'm going through all this stuff, and I'm finding a bunch of stuff that we don't need, we don't want. I'm listing it on Facebook Marketplace. Some of the stuff, the smaller stuff, we'll probably put on our eBay. If you're interested, you can find us at Hanbleceya Ranch on eBay. I just got a message from a friend of ours here, and he's like, "Are you guys moving? Or are you just cleaning stuff?" And I told him, we're just cleaning house and trying to get organized. It's been a few years. So yeah, it was funny that he reached out to me and asked me that, because, I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff, and so that it's popping up and people are seeing it. So I just thought it was kind of funny. We lost the sun. It's gone. I mean, we didn't have much of sun, but we had enough that, you could feel it. But it's gone, and that temperature dropped. Okay, so I think I got everything out of the shop that I need, or that we're not, we don't need. So now the next step is to go ahead and get in that storage building. Now, when I talk about our storage, I showed the inside of the storage in a couple of videos, I think a year ago. But it is a mess. We got to get through all of this, all these shelves, all these bins. Oh my God. Oh, one step at a time though. We'll get it all. One step at a time. All right, so we're making progress. We're getting through the storage building. So this bin here is one of the bins that I bought a bunch of it, threw it in a bin, and I know I'm going to use it. And now that I have my shop up, I'm going to figure out a way to store it, but check this out. So this is a bin of different size ropes. I've got some 5/8 twine there. I got paracord. I got a whole roll of paracord over here. Just some regular old rope, some of this yellow whatever. About a whole bunch of this string here. Like this has 800 yards. I'll probably never actually use more than one of these in my lifetime, but I got a whole bunch of them. Same thing down here. Some macrame cord. It's cotton cord. 660 feet of it. I have no idea what I'm going to use that for. But this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. I had another bin that is actually, well, you can't see it, but it had my dad's old canvas drop cloths. My dad was a painter. He passed away in 1993. And of the things that I still have of his old drop cloths, I remember being a little kid laying and rolling around on them. So I kept them all these years. But we're going to be repurposing those in the garden. So you'll have to wait till next year to see what we're going to do with those. But those, we have a plan for. Now you have to keep in mind that when I bought this stuff, I bought it for pennies on the dollar. So, it was a great deal at the time. And again, I knew I was going to use it at some point while we were living out here. One could argue, well, like that bin of rope, I could just buy rope when I needed it. And you'd be right. And in hindsight, I should have done that. But I didn't. I've got it. And we'll make it work. Tell you guys what, this is what makes it all worthwhile. I'm over here working on storage, and Jen is over there in the woodshed. She's getting wood, bringing it into the cabin. Hey, babe. That's what it's all about, working together. Teamwork makes the dream work. I know that's corny, but I still like it. Hey, you, Tasunka. Hey, you. Hey, Matcha. There's Mr. Whitco. Uh-oh. And they're off. So it is getting later in the day. The temperature is really dropping. I think the chickens are all in their coop. So we're going to go ahead and put the chickens up, close them up in there, and then I think we might actually call it a day too. Before we do that, I want to show you what the storage building looks like. We made some progress, which is pretty awesome. It's not what I would have liked, but you have to understand we have a lot of stuff. All right, so we cleaned out a lot of this stuff here, even though it doesn't look like it, but we cleaned out this path. And the biggest reason we cleaned this out is I've got to get this yellow fire cabinet out of there. You know, with all of these shelving units in here, a lot of these units are what we're going to be moving into the shop. And so I got to get these things emptied, get them moved over. Then hopefully we can start putting stuff together in the shop and really start getting that thing organized. So we've got more electricity to run. We've got air hoses to run. We've got the shelves to move and build. We've got stuff to move in there. I got my workbench that I got to get in there because that is still in the small shed. And so, yeah, there's a lot of work left to do, but we're getting there one day at a time. Now, this process has been challenging because I have a lot of crap. And Jen is not going to be out here with me because, to be honest with you, basically how this would go if she was out here is like this. Hey, Jason, where do you want this? Oh, put it in the pile over there. I ain't putting this in the pile. Where do you want it? Where is it going? I don't know. Just put it in the pile. I am not putting this in the pile. Where do you want it? Just put it over there and we'll get to it in a minute. Fine. Where do you want this? Put it in the other pile next to that other one. I'll call you for dinner. And so that is why she's not out here. We have made an enormous amount of progress in here. I've got my workshop, my work table area set up. And so I'm going to show you that in a minute. And then we've got some shelving units in here. We're still kind of organizing, but we are starting to bring more stuff from the storage building and also from the shed out here. And we're moving stuff that's in here out of here. So this is my work area. Got a bunch of bins up that I put up there. So this is kind of cool. I didn't have a holder for this. So back here, I basically just mounted some old bed frames to here, and these things sit perfectly in there. I still have a lot to do, but today I've been working in here this morning. I'm gonna be working in here this afternoon. I'm gonna get some more stuff in here, get some more stuff organized and moved around, and just give me a few minutes and I'll show you what the day looked like. All right, folks, so you ready to see the progress we've made? It's not done, but you're gonna get the general idea. So we do have the tractor in here. We'll start from this side here. Now this side here we've got is going to be where our air compressor is. I still need to do some work there. This is our tool area. We've got our toolboxes. We've got our DeWalt's hanging. Still needs a little bit of love, but we're getting there. Not quite sure what I'm doing in this corner yet. We're going to be putting some pegs up and hanging stuff that we've got up so I have easy access to it. This is going to be storage. We've got all of our screwdrivers and some drivers up there. We've got our tractor. Now these two items here are getting out of here. We've got the Way Life Should Be pegboard that I made a few years ago. We've got all of our little bins. I've got more storage set up right here. And then my workbench. That's pretty awesome. I'm really excited. I've also got my grinder, my sander, and then my press over here. So things are looking really good. I'm really happy with where we're at. Now, like I just said, these two items here, my table saw and my bandsaw, they're getting out of here. We're going to be putting those into the shed. But before I can move that stuff over there and before I can really do any more work in here, I've got to get that shed cleaned. So we're going to wrap up the shop setup for now. And then we're going to go work on the shed. Once we get the shed cleaned out, then we'll be able to start working back in the shop, getting it more arranged and more set up so that I can eventually start working in here. So, well, having said all that, I appreciate you folks sticking around and watching this video. And if you liked it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you folks on the next video.